Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of another Farm Roguelike Rebirth. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well today, folks. So I've got a new run planned and folks, we're pitching a kegger. That's right, we're going to have a kegger today, but not the conventional type of kegger, no. I mean, those are good times, right? But we're actually doing a kegger for the purpose of profit today. You cannot drink your profits here, folks. So I think the ideal job we take to pull this off is the botanist. The reason I want to select the botanist is the plus 10 max energy gain at level up. So let's rock and roll and let's see how this goes. So obviously we're gonna choose the plane. Let's hope we get a nice little starting island here. We'll certainly see. But as far as setting up our attributes goes, I'm gonna try something. And this is something a commenter mentioned in my last video. So shout out to you, commenter. But I think I want to front load this a little bit. And what I mean by that is I want to go work rhythm to start things off. I want to go wise build following that up. And then I want to go beginner's luck. And I want to string these three together to sort of... My plan is... So we're obviously going to do some work, right? We're going to use some tools. We're going to be clearing some stuff out. That's what you do in the first few days. Then we're going to get some build plans down on the second day. And then on the third day here, we're going to be building, right? We're going to be taking our hammer to things and really capitalizing on the beginner's luck trait here. So that is the idea. Let's front load it. And then as far as the debuffs, I mean, market crash, that's good. We just won't sell anything on that day. General efficiency -1. I don't love that, but I mean, you got to go with something. Tools don't gain EXP. I don't like that. So let's go with this. So obviously it's pretty front loaded and then the back end gets a little scary, but that's all right. So let's rock and roll here, folks. And first thing we're going to see here is got a bunch of fruit trees, got a little node of coal here. So let's just take that first. That is absolutely precious. I do like the idea of getting some copper here, but as far as what we need to do, so we have to get some furnaces down and then you can't make alcohol without honey. So we definitely need some hives as well. Hives take wood, and obviously the furnaces take stone. So I want to get a nice combo of stone and wood here on the first day. And of course, we're going to use our work rhythm, right? We're in the rhythm here. So we're going to be rhythmic while we mine and use our axe. I also need to kind of make a little zone for a field or two. So why don't we kind of use this top left corner as our ideal spot. So let's chop down these trees here. And let's get them down. The idea is to get as much wood as possible. So those stumps can be a little stubborn, admittedly, but that's all right. Let's get it down. And we do get our first level up here. So award +1 picks and $3,000 for leveling up. I mean, that kind of solves our first week of rent here, doesn't it? Merlin hats. So using energy is going to give us max energy. That's also a pretty good one. And then tricky hook. I think I'll go with, I mean, I like a ward here. Yeah, let's go with the ward. I think it makes the most sense. Merlin hat was also a tempting one, I must admit. So let's just cut down the rest of these stumps here. Use the rest of our energy. Little pickaxe action, if you will. Little hoe action, I should say. And let's go, let's sell. All right, let's end it there. All right, so moving into wise build. So we can still pretty comfortably spend our entire energy bar doing work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get an ideal zone for some fields here. And let's take out this tree as well. And what I want to do is I want to get some hives set up. So we can do that. I mean, this is not the most ideal spot, but I think that's okay. So I want to get building plans down, right? Which means allocating the resources to the building that we're trying to build. And we can do that on today with the wise build in effect, which will effectively make the buildings cheaper to construct. So that works in our favor pretty greatly. And let's check. So 111 wood, 26 stone. What is a furnace looking like? So 8 stone. So we can get 3 furnaces. I think I want to get just a bit more stone here. And what does that put us at? 33. All right, so that's actually good. All right, so let's get the building plans for a furnace down here. So let's throw it right here, right here, and right here. So that's good. We'll build it tomorrow, of course. We'll also need a scarecrow, of course. So let's get the scarecrow down. And then I want to get some of these kegs, right? You can't have a kegger without some kegs. So let's get a few of these kegs. They are kind of stubborn, as in the sprite is large, so finding a spot for them isn't always the easiest, I've noticed. Alright, so let's see here. What's the best way to do this? Can we get this thing mined out? We sure can. Alright, so let's see if we can get some room in here. Alright, so keg can go here and here. I want to get a few more of these if possible. Can I take out this little bush here? Sure can. Got just enough energy to do so. Alright, so let's try this again. Alright, so 4 kegs. Is that going to be enough? And ideally, I get a few more, actually, in here somewhere. What if we move these? Okay, so that's another one. Man, who'd have thought space for your kegs, right? Who'd have thought that's going to be the greatest challenge? Is 5 good? I mean, 5's decent. How much wood do we have? 66. I'm going to need this for coal as well. I think I can probably get... Why don't we get like 1 more down? Let's throw it right here. We can always move it later. And maybe 1 more as well. Let's do it right there. We can always move it later. Okay, so looking good there. So tomorrow we'll get all this built up. And I will get... You know, we'll recognize a lot of experience, actually. So, it's working in our favor. Let's see. Let's check some pricing. Okay, the worms. That's a good sale. The beetle. Good sale as well. And let's call it a turn there. Well, actually, we could eat some apples and... Can also juice our apples as well. I need some beehives as well. That's the missing element to this. What am I thinking? Alright, so that's going to be good. We'll get these built, and then we'll kind of rearrange, and then I'll add another row of beehives as well. So let's kind of, let's eat the apple. Let's mine this out. It's got to go. No energy left. That's okay. Alright, looking good. Alright, so now this is going to be a day heavily spent with the hammer in our hands, firmly. So let's just reap all of the experience we can here. Let's get all of this built. Alright, so we get another level up here, and of course with the award, right? The previous one that we got, we have 4 selections. We're also getting plus 10 max energy. So max energy plus 50, that's a hard one to turn down. Campfire, upon collecting a product from the furnace, 20% of its maximum value is granted. Roots, and then global warming. It would be nice to get this little pond off of my island as well to give us some more space. But max energy plus 50 is pretty hard to turn down, so let's take that. It's just the right choice. And with these this massive experience gain here, right? It's really working in our favor. It's going to get us close to that next level up, actually. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, so we have our hives up. We have the rent paid, which is also good. So I think what I can do is... Let's see if we can just move these furnaces. Can I move this? Man, how big are these kegs? Must be some high volume stuff. Alright, first and foremost, in the furnace goes the wood. Because we need more coal. We have to stay positive in the coal. Then eventually we'll expand to the mountain. It's pretty important that we got the mountain there, actually, because... I mean, stone, right? All the stone is already gone, and it's spent on furnaces. So let's go ahead and get the coal next turn, and then we can start making glass, of course. I do want to get these tree seeds planted as well. So we're going to be renewing trees, although that isn't really the highest priority because we have plenty of trees on this island here. So I've actually got to get this one down and out of here so we can shift around our kegs and then expand our fields and get more hives. So let's do that, and let's end our turn there. A nice lucrative day in the EXP column. So now today, we'll avoid selling anything. Get some honey and some coal, and the reason we want honey is because you can put it in the keg with the bottle and it turns into mead, which is a pretty lucrative product. I believe it sells $2.40 at the high end. So before we actually start really crafting though, I am definitely going to get this crafting upgrade here. Clever hands. In fact, I'll get it now, and let's get the second one as well. It just makes sense. One of the benefits of that perk that we chose on our first level up. So let's get this out of the way, and let's shift all of this over, right? Just make some space for the kegs. All right, much better now. So let's start clearing out some of this land as well. And you guessed it, more hives. All right, so I'm short on wood. That's okay. Let's make sure we get some wood in the furnace. And then also some sand in the furnace. Or do we go copper so we can get some tool upgrades? Yeah, let's go copper so we can get some tool upgrades. And then eventually we'll go full production on the glass. So let's go ahead and continue to chop down trees. Let's gain some tree seeds, some fruit that can also be kegged up, right? And also the wood, right? Definitely need the wood. And I want to go large scale with our honey production here. So let's go ahead and just get these bee houses. Let's get them built. All right, looks good there. Get this mined out. Get this mined out. And then let's continue to expand our hives downward. That's going to be the goal. I mean, rent's paid for. We'll make some sales tomorrow, but rent is paid for, which is, it's good to see, right? Feel nice and cozy. So let's end our turn there. All right, so we have 6 honey per turn, which is good stuff. And the hoe leveled up here. So let's grab the copper, and what's the most important tool to get upgraded? I think obviously the axe, right? Got a lot of work to do with the axe here. And then I think the hammer is another important one, so let's see, what do we need? Pickaxe. Once we go mountain, that's going to be important as well. So ideally you get 5 copper bars here. So why don't we go ahead and get 5 copper bars. Oops, I did not mean to go gold there. I wanted to go lumber. Got to keep our coal reserves high. So let's do that, and then we'll start going max on glass. So let's take our fancy new copper axe here and start chopping these trees down. I definitely want to continue to expand downward with my hives. And another level up here. All right, so Tricky Hook, Bee Riot, that would be crippling to us. Campfire and Atomic Power. Plus 10 energy when you break something. Well, break something 8 times, that is. Let's go with the campfire. We're going to be using the furnace pretty frequently here. So I think it makes sense. Let's continue to clear this little zone out here. Getting a bunch of wood. Good stuff. And then I'm just going to expand my hives downward. I'm not going to have fields here. This will strictly be for honey. Alright, so the wood reserves are looking a little slim, but that's alright. Alright, so EXP boost, -1 tomorrow. No energy to fish. So I think we call it a day here. Got plenty of cash. Alright, so let's get this random collection of things here, and let's get the hammer upgraded. Don't have the wood. Okay, so let's chop down some more trees. Let's get the fruit trees going. You're always like short on some resource in this. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now let's upgrade. Let's go with the hammer, and the pickaxe I think is important as well. And we got one more unit of copper, so let's go ahead and do that so we can upgrade our hoe. I think that makes sense. Sitting at 7 units of coal. So I definitely want to make a habit of converting lumber every turn into coal. I think that makes sense. And then let's go sand the rest of the way. Let's get all this nice honey. We're going to be getting some glass next turn. We can go into production on Mead in the next week here. So let's get these bee houses built up. Looking good there. 11 units of wood remain. Actually 26. So I can actually add some more. So let's see. So we have 7, so that's 21 units of glass per turn. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some more furnaces. I think the hives are going to hold on, but we can certainly add just a few more of them. It certainly does make sense to do so. So let's get those built. Let's chop down these trees. And let's start eyeing our expansion rightward here. In fact, we can do that right now. Let's do it. Alright, so copper, gold. Looks like we have some gemstones. We have a bunch of stone, diamond even as well. Very nice. We have some trees too. So good stuff. I'm going to target the stone here. Need more furnaces, right? Wouldn't it be great to have a bunch of coal over here? Just not getting that lucky. But let's go ahead and just add a bunch more of these furnaces. Suppose I could always target a mine as well, but then you have to spend money in the shop. I'm just going to get some stone. And I think we can end our turn safely there. Let's go ahead. Actually, let's check some pricing first. Bee. Yeah, worm selling D's. Beetle. We can sell the grass. Move off of that. Don't need it. And it's only 5 bees, so we can sell those as well. Alright. I'm going to scale up production here in the next few days. Let's go. Alright, a bunch of honey on the field here. And we get our first few units of glass as well. So we can, of course, craft our glass into this bottle here. And this will, of course, incorporate into our keg. So let's go ahead and get our first few units of mead. We're having a real kegger now here, folks. Well, we will be next turn, that is. So let's continue to add furnaces. Furnaces are very much critical to what we're doing here. And that's, of course, because they're just important to coal production. They're important to glass production, right? Important to many different things. So let's get a bunch of them. I mean, this might even be just a bit excessive, but that's okay. I'm really not concerned about it. So how about the bee house? Yep, you bet. Alright, let's get that built as well. And then we might as well start getting these tree seeds in place. I love the idea of a renewable tree farm, right? And sometimes we can get fruit trees from these, which is just an additional thing that we can juice up, right? Alright, looking good, looking all watered up here. Do we need more wood or more stone? I think the more critical resource is wood. So let's go ahead and get some wood. Might as well finish this off here. Alright, looking good. No energy left to really do anything with. So let's end our turn there and look into next week where we get to reset our buffs. So I check some pricing here quick. I guess we can sell the cute little bee. Alright, let's go. And what do we have here? So we have market crash. Items have their lowest value. Let's put that on the first day, the last day would not be a good day to have it. A crafting requirements -1. This would actually be a really good time to get. So let's get a lot of glass, right? And then craft it into those bottles. Roll price -15. Finishing a building gives 5 experience. I mean, we can definitely make use of that as we continue to expand our build. So why don't we go ahead and just start off with that? Right? I think that makes sense. Either that or let's do that. Let's do that on day 2. And then day 3, let's do Wisecraft. Crops value plus 50%. I don't believe what we're selling is considered a crop. Animals give double resources. That doesn't benefit us. Energy boost. Destruction of breakables restores energy equal to their durability. Okay. So why don't we do something like this then? So let's go energy boost. So we can get that nice energy surge and collect resources with it, right? Bunch of stone, bunch of wood, right? And then into beginner's luck. We can get some building plans down into beginner's luck. It's kind of what we did during the first week, just a little different. Then we'll go into market crash and then Wisecraft. And then we can harvest equals 1. I think that's fine. It's non-impactful to us. And -$50 for each item crafted. Yikes, that's scary. So let's go with general efficiency -1. Actually, no. Let's do EXP boost -1. It's going to be toward the end of the week. Not really impactful to us. So let's do something a little like that. And today, of course, we'll be focused on just generating as much resources as possible, right? We're going to use that energy boost to our advantage. So let's just continue on our way here. Let's get all this honey. All right, so stone. Do we need diamond? In fact, what I want to do is I want to get into the shop here and let's upgrade the backpack a few times. Nothing like running short on space. And what do we have? We have the diamond axe for 5 diamond bars. Okay. Pickaxe needs a little work yet. Could also get the golden axe, but that diamond axe kind of seems appealing to me. So let's see if we can get 5 diamonds. And what do you know? 5 diamonds? It is. How are we doing for coal? 12 units of coal. Okay. So let's be real careful here. It's the balance, right? It's the balancing out of the coal. Now, we could add coal to the shop. We could certainly do that. It actually might be a good idea for us to do that. Why don't we do that? And let's roll it. Get some more shop slots. Let's roll it. All right, so here's some coal. All right, this is very good. We needed to. I've got to start getting glass going. All right, so good. That is good. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of these stones here. And how about some wood? Yeah, we could use some wood. We got plenty of stone now. Alright, so we're getting wood. This is going to allow us to get a lot of building plans down to really make, again, great use of beginner's luck. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. And what do we have? We have some friendly little bees we can sell. The mead is selling decent, but I like the idea of just power stacking this up and crossing the fingers toward the end. The hope is that obviously we'll be in a good position to just sell a giant few power stacks, of these fine products we're making here and sail off into the sunset, right? Being the hero of the kegger. But of course, we're going to find out real soon. So why don't we get a few more kegs down as a building plan? Let's get a few more of these hives down as well. And of course, this is a very precarious balancing act, right? Get a bunch more of these furnaces down as well. You bet. Let's just do it. Hopefully I can find a use for them. Hopefully we can get enough coal for them. With coal in the shop now, though, I'm a little less concerned about that. So the rest of the way, why don't we grab these diamonds? At the very least, we can sell them. We have some gold on hand, so let's just add to that stack. And then as far as... well, let's get our trees watered up. Make sure we do that. Watering can does level up there. Okay, so we're a little short on energy. Let's see if we can get... yeah, we just did. Just barely did, which is great. Alright, so watering can be leveled up to a copper watering can for 1 copper bar. We're going to be watering every turn. Actually, I could get some sprinklers as well. Should probably do that. Why don't I just do that? Then I don't have to worry about it. Except for these guys won't be watered because we have a lake in the way. That'll be okay. I'll make note of that. We'll manually water these, and then we'll transition the rest of the growing down a bit. That'll be fine. I do need some more sand as well. Might as well get a copper hoe as well. That'll help us get sand a little faster. So let's end our turn there. We got a lot of building next turn with a nice experience buff. So let's go. Get a bunch of honey. Get our diamond bars. Get some glass as well. Just very nice. Alright, so diamond bars. I mean, diamond axe. We could certainly get it. It's either that or we wait. See if we can get the pickaxe or the copper hammer. I'll say what we do here is let's build first. Let's see if we can get our hammer upgraded. Maybe the diamond hammer is actually... so here's the diamond hammer. I think it's probably smart to actually go with this. And I do have more diamonds that we can convert, of course. So why don't we do that? First off, I do need some wood, though, that I don't have. Unless, of course, I cancel this. Why don't we cancel this? Alright, that's some big brain stuff right there, folks. Diamond hammer, yes. And then let's take our shiny new hammer and start just pounding on things. Look at that. One whack gets it done. Wow. Look at that experience just generate for us. Very nice. Alright, good stuff. Very good stuff. Let's get these watered before I run out of energy and forget. Alright, looking good. Bunch of hives. Now for our furnaces. Let's see, I have 38 units of sand. How are we doing for coal? 18. Alright, let's check the shop for some coal. Oh yeah, all kinds of coal here. All kinds of coal here. Sell the bee. Sell the worm. Grass, don't need that anymore either. Diamond bar selling for $5.25. I kind of like the idea of processing these diamonds. I think we're going to have the capacity in the furnace to do so. It's just a matter of coal, right? So let's get these 5 units of wood in the furnaces as well. And then sand the rest of the way. I need to get a nice stack of glass for the wise craft in the next few days here. We're going to be just splurging on that particular day. I mean, I don't really need any more furnaces if I'm being honest, right? I do need some more sand. So let's strip mine this out just a little bit. Make Shia LaBeouf proud, of course. If you've seen my other Farm Roguelike playthroughs of just the original game, right? You know that's kind of a thing, right? Shia LaBeouf, he was in that movie about digging holes. Well, we channel our inner Shia LaBeouf here on this channel as it relates to this game. So, that is what I mean by that. Alright, let's get more stone. And I think we're safe calling it a day there. So let's go ahead. Alright, so we get a bunch of trees that pop up here. So now I think it's appropriate to get our diamond axe. So let's go ahead and get that. Check the shop for some coal first and foremost. What are we looking at? Market crash. So not a day to sell things. Shop. Coal. Yes. Don't mind if I do. Let's roll it again. Let's grab some more coal. Alright, perfect. Axe. Let's get it upgraded. 15 wood. Okay, so I'm going to have to chop down a few of these trees. 15 wood on the button. Alright. Diamond axe. Let's go. Got some diamond tools now, right? There should be all kinds of wood. Again, it's another important aspect of this build is staying high on your wood reserves. You can do so by planting some tree seeds, of course. Let's not use the entire energy bar, though. Here's another level up. Okay, so time bend. The next time you level up, you will choose 3 perks. We are level 5. Are we going to get to level 6 ideally? It kind of doesn't feel like it. Connections, shop prices minus 15%. So that is coal, of course. Unlocks all backpack space in shop slots. Also coal. Minus 1 tool cost. That's decent. Merlin hat. Decent if we would have gotten it earlier. Well, we did. I just chose to go another direction. Let's go with connections. I mean, minus 15%. Plus it unlocks all of the shop slots. So this is going to give us... Yeah, look at all this coal here. Now I can actually make use of the furnaces that we have. So this is good stuff. That was actually like a really good one to get. As far as other work that requires energy to be done, I don't really see a bunch of it. So let's go ahead and just clear out this zone of trees here. If I was going to do this again, I'd probably like scatter the growing of the trees. Because, man, that is a lot of energy, right? It takes a lot of energy to cut down all them trees. Alright, so we're out of energy. We have to hoe up some terrain here. We also have to get some watering done. Let's see what I can do. Plus 2 energy. So this will just refill your energy, huh? Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so that's looking good. Also looking good. Do we have 6 hits of the... Well, 2 hits of this watering can. We sure do. Alright, so that's looking good now. A few more stumps to take care of. That's okay. We can do that in the subsequent turns. So let's get... Could get the diamond pickaxe, I suppose. Or we could sell the diamond bar. No, we're not selling diamond bars here, folks. This is a juice and mead run, not a diamond bar run. So we're going to go ahead and get it. Let's get the diamond pickaxe, you bet. Got some mining we can do with our spare energy that we have so much of. Alright, so ideally, tomorrow we spend some energy crafting more of these kegs, right? And then I just want to get as much glass converted as possible. So I think what we do is we start off by assessing our coal reserves. We have 64. All right, so let's get a bunch of sand going. How we looking? 40. All right, we're still looking good. $19. Okay. 10. I think we can just go use all of our coal here. Can always buy more. All right, looking good there. All right, so this is going to be growing. More trees coming up. More honey. So we'll look to sell things tomorrow because of the market. It has crashed. So let's go ahead and end our turn there. And here we go, my friends. This is going to be a day of great profit. We actually get a lot of profit here from just removing things from our furnace as well, thanks to the campfire. Alright, so let's take a peek. We got some power stacks of things. Beetle, not selling good. Grass, selling great. Worm, selling great. Worm always seems to sell kind of well, I'm not going to lie. A tree seed. I guess while I'm at it, let's get this watered. That's already watered, okay. Alright, so before I continue on with this, I want to get more of these kegs. So let's repair the soil here, because you can't build kegs on, well, you can't build anything on torn up soil. So let's get a few more of these, given we're going to have so much glass to work with here. And let's get it built. Diamond hammer just gets it done in one fell swoop, doesn't it? Perfect. Alright, so bottle. Alright, so I was hoping it would give it to you for free, but I suppose it can't give it to you for free, can it? So let's get 309. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about there. We got both crafting upgrades, right? But we have so many bottles to work with now, folks. So let's see how far our current setup of kegs can take us here. This is called scaling up. Yeah, so we need more kegs, for sure. So let's get some more kegs. Got plenty of wood. Let's do it. Man, this is so finicky. That the keg is just a weird structure. Know what I mean? Like, it fits in some places and it doesn't in others. It's kind of strange. But that's alright. Let's see what the energy's looking like after we get all these built up here. And let's get them filled with our fine products. Alright, so the honey has been exhausted. So we can move on to apple juice now, and just looking forward, I think maybe getting some more hives makes sense. We have plenty of wood left, and we have that diamond hammer, so makes quick work of the building that's required. Alright, so let's get a few more of these hives here, and let's get it built up. Oh yeah, you bet. Still looking really good on our energy, so let's go ahead and get these trees chopped down with our nice new axe here. Gives us some more wood. Could certainly add some more hives with that. How much wood do we have? 43. Alright, so that's gonna leave us with 13, excuse me. Just fine. Man, I'm loving this diamond hammer. Alright, looking good there. Let's get some more tree seeds down, of course. Got to keep this renewable tree farm rolling here, folks. We also get some more sand. Alright, looks good. Tree seeds in place, and let's go ahead and get it all watered up, ready to go. So for the furnaces here, let's see. We need more coal. It's going to be a constant thing. Luckily, we got a shop that has a bountiful amount. Look at all this coal. Let's take it all. We have 228 bottles yet. I mean, that's a pretty good sum. So we could do gold. Looks like the hoe is close to upgrading here. I mean, 228 bottles, like, that's a lot of bottles. Let's make more glass, though. Might as well process this gold. And how are we looking for coal? We have 2 units of coal remaining. That'll be alright. Let's go ahead and get some sand in the furnace. We can always purchase more coal tomorrow. So let's spend the rest of our time mining here. Get some more stone. Although I don't think I need more furnaces, if I'm being honest. But we can make some more room for some more kegs if we need it. Let's go ahead and end our turn there. So harvest boost equals 1. Doesn't affect us. We're growing trees and honey here, friends. Let's go. All right. Got a bunch of honey, which is a good sight. And look at all of this boozy... Look at all these boozy beverages here, my friends. We're actually having a kegger now, right? Mead for all. And that is 86 units of mead. Very nice. So let's just continue on in this fashion. Got plenty of fruit here. And also plenty of honey. So let's get it going. Might as well craft some more of these bottles as well. Yeah, get another, 120 of them. No big deal. Here I thought glass was going to be what kind of held us back. Well, ever since we scaled up, that hasn't really been a concern, has it? In fact, we're going to run out of juiceable items, it kind of feels like. Not quite. But that's good. It's good to be able to take your entire stack and, convert it into other products. So let's see. What are we doing for wood here? I think we should get some more hives. What do you say? I think so. Especially with the just efficiency of our hammer. It's pretty amazing. Alright, so let's get these gemstones. Let's get them mined up here. And I don't know if you all can hear a train going by. I kind of live in a busy area. My apologies. I will certainly try to edit that out. Yeah, the train always seems to come by at the worst time, right? Like when I'm recording. Not ideal, not good. I don't like it, but there's not much I can do about it. It is a train after all, friends. I can't really tell them to stop, right? Let's just take it the rest of the way. Feel like it kind of took us a few turns just to kind of get this build off the ground, but I feel like we're really in a good spot with it now. So I'm curious what this looks like if you were to kind of dedicate a build to this for 6 weeks, right? 7 weeks, whatever. Sapphires. How about these grindstones here? 5 planks. So that means we need the sawmill, which we need wood for. It might be an option. Otherwise, we can just sell these. I mean, the rough ruby's selling really good at 73. So let's make that sale for sure. And maybe we can smooth these down just a little bit. Copper ore selling for 26. I could also smelt it, but I don't love the idea of... What the gold bars? The hoe's got just a little bit ways to go. I could get the gold hoe. I think I'll hold on to that for just a little bit. What are we going to do with our furnaces here today, though? Well, let's check the shop. Grab some coal. You bet. Roll it again. Roll for the coal here, my friends. And I guess let's just convert some copper ore. It's either that or we get more glass. I mean, I don't really think I need a ton of glass. I could use the rest of this wood. Should be getting another tree harvest soon. Let's use the rest of the wood. And then copper the rest of the way. Copper for the win. Alright, so the last thing to do here is, I suppose we can just fish away. Do get some experience for it. And that is looking good. We caught exactly nothing. So good stuff. Let's end our turn there. The question is our production going to be enough when we finally choose to sell? I think I'm going to start scouting pricing for our power stacks. And if we can get a good price for it, I'll certainly sell it. Although getting cash from just removing things from the furnace, I think it's low-key pretty strong. So let's get all of that honeycomb, and we kind of need wood. So let's chop down these trees here. Get them replanted. We also get fruit from this too, which is pretty important. Especially to a build like this, predicated strongly on the keg, right? Alright, so the fruit trees have been all cut down. Their fruits have been collected into our bottomless backpack. So let's cut this down. I mean, we might as well. There's not really much else to do from an energy standpoint. Alright, let's get these tree seeds in the earth here. You bet. Okay. And the hoe did level up here, so let's see. Gold hoe, you bet. Diamond hoe is not a possibility, but the gold one is. So let's go ahead and grab that. And let's get it watered up. We might be just a little short on energy. Come on, energy bar. Just not quite. So can we munch on a few of these apples? Actually, let's do the honey instead. The honey can show us the way. And it does. I think I'm good. Alright, let's get our products juicing. First, let's make some bottles. You guessed it. And honeycomb in the keg. Let's go. Saw some apples here. Yep, let's get those rolling. Alright, oranges, you're up next. Alright, looking good. Looking good, and we still have 239 bottles remaining, which is pretty crazy. Mead selling for 191. I think we can do better. Apple juice 185. Can probably do better. I mean, 191 is actually pretty good. Given we have today and tomorrow to sell things, let's check pricing. I think the rough emerald is a good sale here. Rough sapphire, also a good sale. Diamond bar selling top end, so let's sell it. Gold bar selling for 194. I think that's good enough. Let's sell it. Copper bar, we can sell that as well. And we still have a ways to go. $45 coal here. So why don't we go with our copper? Frankly, I don't need any more bottles. I mean, we're going to be just fine with the bottles. So what's really working against us here is we just don't have anything to put into the keg, right? Like, this amount of kegs here is just perfect. Just trying to move it so it's a little more orderly. You know what I'm saying? Game doesn't let me want to move it at least comfortably. All right, looking good there. That looks like a brewery or a wine cellar, right? Well, not a wine cellar, but you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and end our turn there, my friends, and into the final day. Let's hope we make enough cash. I mean, we still have a ways to go. So let's cross our fingers and our toes, and let's see if we turn in a winner here. All right, so let's collect our precious either morning beverage or evening beverage, if you will. Let's collect our copper. This be a nice little, I guess, side hustle, if you will. Might as well just sell it. Let's chop all these trees down. And let's see how we turn out here. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? You think we turn in a winner here? I think we probably do, but it of course depends on sell price, right? Nothing like the suspense of waiting until the very last day. So let's give it a look here, friends. So what do we have? We have the bottle selling for 37. Not interested in that. Let's check out our power products here. So 139 units of mead, 65 apple juice, 43 of the orange. Let's check the orange juice first. So 207. That is very good. That is very, very good. We'll make that sale. It's a nice rich sell there. 180 for the apple juice. Not great. It looks like the mead is going to do its thing here though. And we get 183 as our final sell price. It was of course selling better last turn, but still. This is going to be a really, really strong sale. Boom, 25k. Very, very nice. So let's sell the bottle. In fact, let's sell everything. Sell everything and see where we end up. We actually got pretty decent sale prices here on the final day. So we end up with 90,000 as it currently sits, and might as well fish these zones up. Sell all that and then let's go crazy. In fact, in my very first episode of this particular game, the Rebirth version, right? On the very last day, folks, we were just running a little bit shy on cash money. And believe it or not, tilling up the land and selling worms and bugs and sand and grass and the like led us to victory. It was a decisive victory. It was a good day for the channel. So if you haven't checked that one out, please do check that out. Some suspenseful stuff that I just ruined the ending for, but you can actually make some, at least enough cash to kind of put you over the top. If you're close, that is. Alright, so let's go ahead and end our turn there. No need to really spend the rest of this precious energy. Let's end the turn there and let's land the plane on the statistics screen. So let's see. Energy usage, mostly on the axe. Of course, you would probably consider that, given all the trees we cut down and the tree farm that we had. 84.5 in selling other products. So that is, of course, mead and I do believe copper bars and the like. But obviously, the mead was the big hit. Big sale there with, what, 25k, I believe. We did get some decent perks in this one. Connections. I think that one came at the right time for us, right? It's right after we got coal, we got connections. And of course, connections allowed us to simply buy more coal from the shop at a discounted price. Very nice. I think the campfire here, with how much we were using the furnace, right? I think this was a really good one to get. Obviously, plus 50 energy is great. And then award. I mean, that's a nice one because you get the $3,000 right off the top. And then one extra perk to choose from on next level up. So you're kind of paying it forward a little bit, and that's what we did in this one. We paid it forward. So do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, my friends. What do you think about the mead and juice build? How strong do you think it is? Do you think it's viable for the full release of this game, right? Is this something that you think we could maybe go 6 weeks with? I think we were just kind of getting our bearings. And then, obviously, the end of the second week came, right? Came pretty quick, if you ask me. But I think we were just kind of getting our bearings and just kind of exploring the strength of this build. I think if you scaled it out, right, and you got a bunch of tree farms going, you got a good ratio of coal to furnace product to keg, and then obviously you had enough items to juice up in your keg. I think all of these kind of balances, if you could figure out a nice little balance, right, a nice stable reasonable setup where you're getting reasonable quantities of things that work in flow with one another. I think if you could figure that out, then yes, this build does actually get pretty darn strong. And of course, it's all about selling high, right? So if you sell high, it actually becomes that much stronger. Who would have thought? So anyways, friends, I am going to get on out of here. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you in the community. Please also drop a comment, right? Let me know your thoughts on the build. If you think I'm doing a good job here, please give me a thumbs up as well. I would really appreciate it. And last, I did get the Discord channel up and running, right? I got that revamped. got it updated. It's good to go. There are many people from the community that have joined. If you want to join as well, there is a link in the video description to the Discord channel. Just click on in there and join. Would love to have you in the community. The Discord channel is simply another way to interact with this channel here. So if you like the content, do consider becoming a member of the Discord. So I'm going to get on out of here, my friends. Again, thank you so much. We'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.